Hey, what's up, Visionaries? Welcome back to the Arc-Vision Fam Jam. My name is Anton. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day because today's supporter squad request is from Sharon. And this is Michael Bolton said I loved you, but I lied. And before we get into this one, I do want to say you guys rock. Thank you for all of the love. Also, if you guys want to support the channel and at the same time request songs, albums, and get exclusive access to uncut full album reactions and a whole bunch of other cool stuff, definitely join everyone in the support squad on Patreon for the price of a large pizza. And that's what funds the entire channel. So if you want to help out, definitely, and at the same time get cool perks, definitely do that. And of course, shout out to my supporters. I love you guys. Thank you. And to anyone who wants to get a hold of myself and the entire Arc-Vision community, we're on Discord nowadays, so find us there. Link down below. It's free to anyone who doesn't know. Also, link down below to my podcast and to official merch if you're interested. And that's it. So let's get into Michael Bolton. Said I love you, but I lied. Horses. This reminds me of like a George Michael song.
You are the candle, love's the flame, a fire that burns to wind and rain.
I love the hair coming out.
Till the end of time, you came to me like the dawn through the night, just shining like the sun.
Great voice.
Out of my dreams and into my life, you are the one. You are the one.
Yeah, I love this.
Said I loved you, but I lied. 'Cause this is more than love I feel inside.
Oh, so good.
Said I loved you, but I was wrong. 'Cause love could never ever feel so strong. Said I loved you, but I lied.
Okay, this is awesome on so many levels. First of all, like, it's a love song, but it's like such an epic love song that like everything around him is just epic. You know what I mean? It's like so much of the time, like we think of like love as this like introspective emotion in this like very quiet place, but when Michael Bolton loves someone, it is like a sheer force of will. It is like he is changing the heaven and the earth to prove how much he loves somebody. And also what I love about him, like, okay, first of all, man, the chest hair just sneaking out of his shirt is again like everything about this, his hair, this like long mane of hair. And man, if only he had just like a big powerful beard, but even then he has like the chiseled the jawbone and everything. And then at the same time his voice is actually awesome because it's super like I think it's baritone. Is it baritone? It's either I think the middle or baritone. It has this like very masculine essence, but then like he'll do these like high notes and he'll get like kind of he'll throw that like emotional timbre in there, and it creates a very interesting experience. Like I find, yeah, like, you know, George Michael very beautiful and flowy, and then same with Michael Bolton, but Michael Bolton has this like very masculine essence to it. And again, you see the earth around him and everything, and he's like, and even in a sense, it's the lyric of the song. I said I loved you, but I lied because love could never feel so strong. It's like, yeah, love cannot describe the feelings. So he's like, he needs this whole music video to encapsulate what love means to him. It's like, it's such a massive show of force. But anyway, let's get back into it.
Loved you, but I was wrong. 'Cause love could never ever feel so strong.
I love his voice.
I loved you, but I lied.
So epic. Flames at the bottom.
I tried in vain. How can their words, my heart explain? This taste of heaven, so deep, so true. I found in you so many reasons and so many ways. My life has just begun. Yeah, need you forever, and I need you to stay. You are the one. You are the one.
Yeah.
Said I loved you, but I lied. 'Cause this is more than love I feel inside.
Flames.
I loved you, but I was wrong. 'Cause love could never ever feel so strong. I said I loved you, but I lied.
He better have married this woman. Spanish guitar solo? Or classical guitar?
You came to me like the dawn through the night, to shine like the sun. Out of my dream and into my life, you are the one. You are the one. I said I loved you, but I lied. 'Cause this is more than love I feel inside. Said I loved you, but I was wrong. 'Cause love could never ever feel so strong. Said I love you, 'cause this is more than love I feel inside.
I like that note.
Said I love you, but I lied.
Alright. Michael Bolton is another one of these like effortless melody guys. Like just the attention to detail and melody in the verses and the chorus, incredible. And I love that he has this deep throaty rasp to everything he says. It makes everything so much more embodied, so much more emotional. And it adds like a power to it as well. Like that's why I find this song really cool, because it's very kind of like balanced in that like masculinity and femininity, like the energy of that. You know, when you think of like masculinity, you think of like steel and power and force, kind of in some sense, direction, and this song has some of that. Like it has this like very. It doesn't feel like you know what I mean, like because in a lot of respects, it depends on the modality you study, but like, you know, different religions will look at masculinity and femininity in different ways. So the way that I normally look at masculinity and femininity is that femininity is like chaos and masculinity is order. And so in chaos is actually power, in some respect, actually, like a lot of people think that like masculinity is power. It's actually not. It's femininity is power. Masculinity is like definition. So it's like femininity is like a volcano that just erupts and just goes everywhere, where masculinity is like, you know, it's what defines that. It's what, like, an arrow is like almost in essence the masculine, because this is very defined, it's very sharp, Like when you think of sharpness, that's like very masculine, right? So like you get this like, and then also at the same time though, feminine. Like these things are, when you actually look really into them, they bleed into one another. It's almost like they're the same two. They're two sides of the same coin. So it's like at first glance, you look at masculinity and femininity, and you'll see two very different things, two very different energies, modalities. But when you look more into them, you go, man, it's almost like political systems. Like political systems are spherical because they end up bleeding into one another when you actually dissect them down to the core. And this is the same thing, right? Because then you also look at femininity. It's very soft, right? It's very emotional. It's very distilled in some sense. And so you get this like very emotional song, but then you get this very almost like masculine container in some sense. You get some of that gravel, that kind of that steel, that, you know, it feels very masculine in some sense too, in a weird way to me. And I also love like the idea. I said I loved you, but I lied, because love cannot essentially articulate what I feel inside. And I often feel that way. I think words suck. Like when you use like one single word to describe or define something, I think it's so dumb, because it's like one word has so many interpretations and meanings. And that's like the thing with language, is you need to describe. It's one reason why I like to describe things to you and to myself rather than try to use words, because if I use words the moment I say love, you think you know what I'm talking about, and you tune everything out, right? You just go, okay, that's good or bad, I get it, I know what it means. Where it's like, no, like, again, you know, to some people this is love, but to him and to me at the same time, I get where he's coming from. It's like, no, like it's more like when I say, oh, I love, like you can say I love you, like I love you, and all of those are different connotations. But even like the highest one, I don't even think describes what love actually feels like. You almost have to use so many words and create an image. You have to create an image to really properly articulate what you're feeling, because love is just so profound. It's so, you know, how do you use a single word to describe something that you would throw yourself in harm's way to protect? You know what I mean? You know, something that you die for. Like, can the word love encapsulate that? You know, dying for something, loving someone so much that you know, sacrifice yourself for them, or even just all of the chemicals that go on in your body, and the, you know, different hormones and pheromones and stuff, right? So it's so deep. So I get what he's talking about. But anyway, yeah, what are your top 3 favorite Michael Bolton songs? This song rocked. Thank you, Sharon. And also, yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely give it a like. That'd be very helpful. And feel free to comment something silly as well. This helps with the YouTube algorithm. And that's it. So I'll see all of you guys again tomorrow. I love you. Peace.